What if the power you've been searching for wasn't an action, effort, or struggle at all, but in a single inner shift? Welcome back to Frequency Chapters, where we break down life-changing spiritual books and enhance every chapter with frequencies for focus, healing, and abundance. If you haven't watched chapters 1 through 3 yet, start from the beginning of this playlist. Each chapter builds on the last, and Neville's teachings become far more powerful when experienced in order. Neville Goddard begins chapter 4 by quoting, "But not by might, nor by power, by my spirit." To Neville, spirit doesn't mean something mystical floating in the sky. It means the feeling of the state you want to live in, the inner tone, the inner atmosphere, the identity you quietly accept as true. Because everything you experience in life flows from the spirit, the feeling you occupy. Neville says, get into the spirit of the state desired by assuming the feeling that would be yours if you were already the one you want to be. This is the central law behind all manifestation. When you capture the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are relieved of all effort to make it happen, because inwardly, it already happened. Neville explains that every idea has a corresponding feeling. A version of you who is wealthy feels different than the version who is struggling. The version who is loved feels different than the version who doubts. The version who is confident feels different than the version who is anxious. To change your outer life, you must change the feeling of who you believe yourself to be. He says, you never attract what you want. You attract what you are. To him that hath, it shall be given. Meaning, to the one who feels they already have, more is added. Neville isn't speaking in metaphor. He means this literally. When you feel yourself to be the person who has the thing, you become that person, and life responds in harmony with your new identity. So assume the feeling that would be yours if you were already in possession of your wish, that your wish must be realized. Neville then goes even deeper. He says, you must stop believing in God and instead believe that you are one with God. You are God, the creator, the source, the operant power. He quotes, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Its meaning, the same creative mind that spoke reality into form is the mind that lives in you. Jesus said, I and my Father are one. Neville's interpretation, it is natural to do the works of the one you believe yourself to be. If you believe you are small, you will create small. If you believe you are powerless, you will produce confirmations of powerlessness. But if you believe you are one with the creative power of the universe, then creating becomes natural. Neville's instruction is simple. Live in the feeling of being the one you want to be, and that you shall be. When a woman came to Neville wanting to dramatically change her future, she wasn't struggling financially, romantically, or emotionally. She simply felt ordinary. She wanted a completely different life, a life of confidence, radiance, and purpose, but she didn't know where to begin. Neville told her, you were trying to change your world without changing your identity. She was imagining new outcomes while still feeling like the same old self. So Neville gave her a single instruction every night before sleep. Assume the feeling of being the woman you wish to express tomorrow, not visualizing accomplishments. It's not imagining specific events, just stepping into the feeling of the woman she longed to become. She practiced nightly. She stopped asking how. She stopped checking the outside world, and within months, her entire reality shifted. She was offered a leadership position she never applied for. She entered a new relationship based on ease instead of fear. Opportunities appeared that matched the confident woman she had become internally. Neville said, simply, she no longer lived in the old feeling. She walked in the identity she claimed. Now that we've reached the final chapter, here is a clear step-by-step integration of all 4 teachings. Chapter 1. Awareness of being. Your consciousness is the only creative power. Whatever you think from, you become. Chapter 2. Sleep. Your last feeling before sleep becomes the seed of tomorrow. End each night in the wish fulfilled. Chapter 3. Prayer. Prayer is assuming the state where your wish is already true. Chapter 4. Feeling. Feeling is the secret. Your inner tone is the blueprint of everything you manifest. Taken together, the path is simple. Know that you are the operant power. Choose the state you desire. Feel it as natural. Fall asleep in that state. Let life rearrange itself. Neville promises, when a man believes in the value of the advice given him and applies it, he establishes within himself the reality of success. Neville once described a man who attended his lectures in New York, a man who had lost nearly everything. His business had failed. His savings were gone. He was living in a tiny, rented room, embarrassed to face the world. Every night, he prayed the way most people do. God, please help me. Please change my situation. Please send me money. But Neville told him, as long as you pray as a poor man, you will remain a poor man. You must pray from wealth, not for it. So Neville gave him a simple exercise each night before drifting into sleep. Imagine holding a heavy leather wallet filled with cash. Feel the weight of it. Smell the leather. Hear it snap shut. Feel the pride of being prosperous rise in your chest. At first, it felt ridiculous. He had no job, no prospects, no reason to feel wealthy. But every night, he returned to the scene, not forcing it, but yielding to it. 1 month later, a former associate contacted him with a business proposal. Within a year, he wasn't just financially stable, he was thriving. Neville didn't say he manifested money. He said he entered the state of wealth, and the world conformed. These 4 chapters give you a complete method for manifestation. Here is how to use them. Choose your state. Feel it as natural. Enter, sleep with it. Return to it throughout the day. If you can control your inner state, you can control your destiny. This is not positive thinking. This is not hoping. This is the ancient truth. As within, so without. If you want to put this into action, you can download a free guide. The 7-Day Neville Method, a 1-week manifestation protocol. It includes nightly state before sleep exercises, daily identity shifting affirmations, morning stabilization rituals, a 1-page checklist of Neville techniques, a guided script for entering the wish fulfilled, a tracking sheet for your inner state. Use it to practice Neville's full method every day for 1 week and begin feeling your reality shift. This is the heart of Chapter 4 and the essence of Neville's entire book. Assume the feeling, and the world must follow. If you're ready to continue this journey into deeper spiritual law and manifestation, like this video, subscribe, and follow the Full Frequency Chapters playlists for focus, healing, and abundance. Your new reality begins with the feeling you choose right now.